update on the three main players that are going to be involved in our potential snowstorm for Thursday night into Friday, and take a look at how small differences in what and how they interact and exactly what time and the timing of how they come together will make a difference in our forecast. So that when tomorrow morning I provide my first actual forecast on the storm with accumulation maps, they'll have an idea of what my thinking is in terms of how we're going to do this and what it means weather-wise. So that's going to happen tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I will go live. I'm going to go live on YouTube. I will provide the link in Facebook. You should have the link there by as early as 7:30 so that you can see what's going on. Sorry, 6:30. I'm trying to move most of my videos to YouTube. It's a lot easier to have my videos on YouTube than it is to have them on Facebook. So we're slowly trying to progress everybody over there, and I'll just provide updates for when I'm providing a video through Facebook, or if I record a video instead of doing a live stream, I can then provide the link as well. So anyways, that's what's going on here. Let's take a quick look at the three players on the field. We've got, first of all, we've got this northern piece of energy here. And what is going to happen with this northern piece of energy, it's actually way up here basically. It's going to dive in this direction, and eventually it's going to catch up with this piece of energy. And they're going to phase a bit, and the timing on exactly how that happens will make a big difference. If it happens faster, if this piece of energy moves quicker in this direction, it will mean that we have more moisture will get wrapped into our storm because it'll capture a little more Atlantic moisture, but it will also be a bit warmer. A little bit slower, if that happens, then we probably end up with a storm that strengthens off the coast and actually might even get stronger overall, but we may be a little too late in terms of moisture to get a maximum amount of snow out of that. This upper level piece of energy is the main driver of what's going on. It's been dropping a bunch of snow here over the desert Southwest, over Colorado and Texas. And so exactly how that interacts with Tropical Storm Zeta here, and whether they merge and kind of form one storm here, or if that doesn't really happen till out here, will make a pretty big difference. If they merge here, then it's going to be, well, we're going to have plenty of moisture, and the question will be, do we change to snow? It's a similar question, but it's a little different how it happens. If they merge, if they merge here, that's going to be the question. If they merge off the coast here, the question is going to be how much moisture does like the upper level low have with it as it comes, as it translates across the United States. And some of those questions are going to be a little difficult to figure out until we get another couple of days. Tropical Storm Zeta is also huge size-wise. And also going to be a hurricane by tomorrow. It's producing a tremendous amount of heat that a storm that big throws into the atmosphere. And the models don't always do a great job with that. And what that can do is it can build this ridge across the eastern part of the United States a little more northward, which could mean that a little more warmth gets into our area, which could mean that would get us closer to the heavier precipitation. It would also potentially keep us from snow for a little bit longer. So there's a lot of very touchy, touch and go situations going on here, and that's why I wanted to give you an update on how that all works. I've also got this storm track that we're going to take a look at. This is an unusual storm track for snow in the Northeast. You can see that the storm, instead of coming, a storm often that starts here, we'd often see a storm kind of be a cutter and go this way. That would provide us with, this time of year, just rain, basically, maybe an onset of a little bit of sleet. During the winter, that gives us sleet and freezing rain, for the most part, or snow that changes to sleet, freezing rain, and then eventually to rain. The other way that a storm like this might track is it might kind of go across the Gulf, or maybe it might come across, kind of just south of the majority of the Appalachian Mountains, and redevelop off the coast here, and go like that. That would be a classic nor'easter. The storm's not doing either of those two things, and that's because we have this tight temperature gradient here, and it's just going to follow the temperature gradient. What makes that a little unusual is that the storm won't be, it's actually that upper piece of energy that's giving us the cold air as it kind of comes down in this direction. And there is enough cold air up here to give us the kind of temperatures we need for snow, but it's not quite as, it's just not a classic setup. So the timing is going to be really important. How much moisture is left by the time we make it to snow? I do think it's going to be accumulating for most of us here in southern New England, and I would anticipate you're going to have a little bit of snow really shovel off the walkway. But whether that's an inch or two of slush that doesn't really accumulate on the roads, doesn't make things slippery, or if it's on a worst case scenario, we could have 7, 8, 9 inches of snow, maybe even a little bit more at elevation. And if that happens, power problems will be real because this snow will be heavy and wet. So we're going to have to keep a close eye out on exactly what that looks looks like. Right now, I'd say I think we're looking a little more towards the slush, but I'll have more details for that for you tomorrow morning. Until then, stay safe, and get those preparations done for that first snow of the year. It will warm up after this, and no matter how much snow we get, it will all melt within the next few days. There's some bright news for those of you who aren't quite ready for winter yet. Until then, thanks to my patrons who help out with all the stuff that I do here. One of the things coming up with some new ideas for how my patron to honor my patrons through the winter. I'm going to provide them with their weekend forecast actually on Wednesdays instead of Thursdays, so they have an extra day to make plans for the weekend, as skiing and things like that get going. And also, I got a couple other ideas which I'll release throughout this week as to what it means to become a patron. So if you're interested in that, you can follow the link below, and you provide, you can just make a small donation to the site, and it helps, like I said, with performing with the forecast that we produce here, and also with the equipment. Until then, we'll see you tomorrow.